Hello everyone, I'm Landon from Crystalized Productions, and welcome to another episode of Life with LA. In this episode, we're talking about The Hunger Games book versus the movie. And as a special guest, I have my sister here, Hannah, the person who really likes the books. Just admit that you like the books better than the movies, and don't look at that thing over there.
What thing over there?
That screen.
Oh, look at the camera?
Yep.
Hello, camera.
So, we have here what you would call a purist, someone who really likes the books and doesn't like the movie because it's not that much like the book.
The movie was okay.
The movies were really good. At the point of this recording, only 2 movies are currently out, and we are waiting anxiously for the third. And in the process of waiting for the third, I have been listening to the first, second, and third books. And what are you doing?
Sorry.
I'm in the process of listening to the third, like doing an audiobook thing, and so I have more free time to play games and make videos. So one of the things we wanted to talk about most was like the things that they did not put into the movies compared to what was in the book. Hashtag there will be spoilers. Mostly talking about the second one right now because it's like fresh in our minds because we watched it recently. So what was one of the main things that you really missed from the book that was not in the movie? Like, was there a key scene or something that happened? Darius. So, for those of you that haven't read the book, you don't know that there was this character called Darius, and what was he? He was a peacekeeper?
Yeah, but Katniss's friend.
He was Katniss's friend who was also a peacekeeper, and in the scene where Gale was being whipped with whips, he came and tried to stop Thresh from threshing him.
Threshing him?
You see what they did there? And then, because he did that, the peacekeepers took him away, and they turned him into an Avox, which means they cut out his tongue and made him a servant. And then they put him, they made him Katniss's servant to like freak her out, mess with her mind. Because, what are you doing? You messing with my mind?
Yeah.
One of the things that I really missed from the books that was not in the movie was mainly the stuff that had to do with District 13. But I think the reason why they cut out most of the things about... I think the reason they cut out most of the things that happened about District 13 is because they're going to put it in the next movie, which... Next two movies, because they're splitting up Mockingjay into 2 parts.
I like the first movie better than... Well, I like the books better than the movies. But out of the 2 movies, I like the first movie better. And out of the 3 books, I like the second book better.
Well, out of the 2 movies, I really thought the first one was amazing, but the second one blew it out of the water for me as far as like, well, because I'm a filmmaker, I think of more like shots and stuff, and
the
like
first one, the camera was really shaky.
It looked better, the second movie, than the first.
You pretend to be running.
You ran away.
Where's
Don't do that or else the camera will turn off. Okay.
We're back.
Alright, we're back. The
To
camera,
the future.
the camera fell over.
Yeah,
It's her
it
fault.
fell over.
So yeah, as a filmmaker, I looked at a lot of like the shots and stuff, and that's like the thing I focused on, and the story, which the story of the second book is definitely better to me than the first book, just because it's like you open up your peripherals a little bit more as far as like you have 2/3 of the book taking place before the Hunger Games even begin, as opposed to the first book where like the whole second and third part is the Hunger Games, in this one, the Hunger Games is just like a minimal factor compared to the rest of it. So that's why I actually liked the. You can't even do the whistle right. It's. So that's all the time we have for this episode. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and a comment down below and suggest things for us to talk about in the future. I know when the third book comes out, I will definitely be making another video about it. You might even be there. So I might even do a full review. You never know. Any last words?
May the odds be ever in your flavor. I like cherry and vanilla.
And get a cannon ready. You do that.